Shalom, welcome back to my YouTube channel, YHWH'S Heavenly Scroll Unleashed. We are here again to learn about the next story of the zodiac Capricorn. But before we begin, to those who are new coming to this channel, I want you to understand that the heavens, which is where the sun, moon, and stars are, were created not just for sighting, but they are for signs, years, and seasons. They reveal the word of Yahweh and his plan of salvation. As scripture says, it reveals knowledge and his word. The heavens declare the esteem of Yahweh, and the firmament shows his handiwork. Day unto day utters speech, and night unto night reveals knowledge. Forever, O Yahweh, your word is settled in heaven. So please, I advise, before you watch the rest of this video, to please watch the beginning of the story of the zodiac, beginning with Virgo, and start from that order to understand and appreciate the beautiful works of Yahweh's hands, and how he revealed Messiah, YHWH'S, if you are a newcomer. But if you've been following along, let's now continue the story of the zodiac. Capricorn, the sea goat, the ancient image of Capricorn. In all the ancient zodiacs, we find a goat with a fish's tail. The goat is in a fallen position, with one leg doubled under his body. The head is bent forward and is in a dying situation. On the other hand, the tail of the fish is vigorous and living. This represents Messiah, YHWH'S, coming forth out of his death. In the goat, we have the atoning sacrifice. In the fish, we have the people for whom the atonement is made. When we come to the sign Pisces, we shall see more clearly that it points to the multitudes of the redeemed host. The ancient star names of Capricorn. This constellation has a total of 51 stars. The first star we have listed is Al-Gedi, Arabic, goat or kid. It also means the cutoff, the meaning of atonement. Danab al-Gedi, Arabic, the sacrifice cometh, or judge. Dabi, the sacrifice slain. Al-Dabik and al-Dahaba have the same meaning, ma'asad, the slaying. Sa'ad al-Nashira, meaning the record of the cutting off. We see two goats in Leviticus chapter 16. One goat represents YHWH'S, which was offered to Yahweh as a sacrifice to make atonement and to purify the covenant. And other goat that wasn't offered up, but was sent to the wilderness and ascribed all the sin of the Jacobites and thrown off a cliff, was called Azazel, which in the book of Enoch was bound under jagged rocks and was ascribed all sin. Other versions translate the word Azazel to scapegoat to hide this truth. Leviticus 16:6-10, 20-22, and Enoch 10:8 reads, Aaron shall offer the bull, his purification offering, to make atonement for himself and for his household. Taking the two male goats and setting them before Yahweh at the entrance of the tent of meeting, he shall cast lots to determine which one is for Yahweh and which for Azazel. The goat that is determined by lot for Yahweh, Aaron shall present and offer up as a purification offering. But the goat determined by lot for Azazel, he shall place before Yahweh alive, so that with it he may make atonement by sending it off to Azazel in the desert. When he has finished purging the inner sanctuary, the tent of meeting, and the altar, Aaron shall bring forward the live goat. Laying both hands on its head, he shall confess over it all the iniquities of the Jacobites and their trespasses, including all their sins, and so put them on the goat's head. He shall then have it led into the wilderness by an attendant. The goat will carry off all their iniquities to an isolated region. And the whole earth has been corrupted through the works that were taught by Azazel. To him ascribe all sin. Decans. Each sign is divided into 3 decans and continues the story of the main constellation and related scripture. The first decan of Capricorn is Sagitta the arrow. Ancient image of Sagitta. Here the arrow is pictured to us in mid-heaven, alone, as having been shot forth by an invisible hand. It is seen in its flight through the heavens. It is the arrow of Yahweh, showing that redemption is all of Yahweh's plan of salvation. It was the will of Yahweh which Messiah YHWH'S came to do. The only known star is Al-Kaus. The Hebrew name for this constellation is Sham, destroying, also relates to Aquila. The following scripture connects with this constellation. Then I said, as is written of me in the scroll, Behold, I come to do your will, O Yahweh. Hebrews 10:7. For I have come down from heaven, not to do my will, but to do the will of him who sent me. John 6:38. This is what is pictured for us here. The work which the arrow accomplishes is seen in the dying goat and in the falling eagle. The second deacon of Capricorn is Aquila, the eagle fallen, the ancient image of Aquila. Here we have an additional picture of the effect of this arrow in the pierced, wounded, and falling eagle, gasping in its dying struggle. It is always depicted with its head downward. The ancient stars of Aquila. This constellation contains 74 stars. The star names give a clear message of the wounded and dying Redeemer. The brightest of them, A, in the eagle's neck, is of the first magnitude, called Al-Tayr, Arabic, the wounding. Al-Sha'in, Arabic, the bright, from a Hebrew root meaning scarlet-colored, covered with blood. Tarared meaning wounded or torn. Al-Khair, which means the piercing. This connects with the following verse. They will look on me, the one they have pierced. Zechariah 12:10. Al-Okal has the significant meaning wounded in the heel, which connects with the prophecy in Genesis 3:15, which reads, I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and hers. They will strike at your head, while you strike at their heel. Genesis 3:15. The last and final deacon of Capricorn is Delphinus, mermaid. The ancient image of Delphinus. A healthy dolphin with a head up, symbolizing life springing up out of death, not attached like the goat or fish. King YHWH'S confirmed this constellation resembles a mermaid springing up out of the water, symbolizing life out of death. In this, the final deacon of Capricorn is a celebration of the life that came out of death. Messiah YHWH'S defeated death. It is only through Messiah YHWH'S that we have life. The thief does not come except to steal and to kill and to destroy. I have come that they may have life, and that they may have it more abundantly. John 10:10. The ancient stars of mermaid. Dalf, Hebrew, pouring out of water. Dalif, Arabic, coming quickly. Skaluin, Arabic, swift as the flow of water. Rotaneb, Syriac and Chaldee, swiftly running. Scriptures that connect with this constellation is Isaiah 44:2-4 and John 11:25-26, which reads, Thus says Yahweh, who made you, your help, who formed you from the womb. Fear not, O Jacob, my servant, the darling whom I have chosen. I will pour out water upon the thirsty ground, and streams upon the dry land. I will pour out my spirit upon your offspring, and my blessing upon your descendants. They shall spring up amid the verdure like poplars beside the flowing waters. Isaiah 44:2-4. YHWH'S said to her, I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me will live, even though they die. And whoever lives by believing in me will never die. John 11:25-26. This constellation also represents baptism or water immersion. We are identifying with YHWH'S in his death and resurrection, and this proves it is required to be baptized in YHWH'S name for someone who wants to dedicate their life to King YHWH'S. Then YHWH'S came from Galilee to John at the Jordan to be baptized by him. And John tried to prevent him, saying, I need to be baptized by you, and are you coming to me? But YHWH'S answered and said to him, Permit it to be so now, for thus it is fitting for us to fulfill all righteousness. Matthew 3:13-15. Therefore, go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, Yahweh, and of the Son, YHWH'S, and of the Ruach HaKodesh. Matthew 28:19. This concludes the story of Capricorn that reveals Messiah YHWH'S intoning the work he did for his people on the cross, and how it was the will of Yahweh, of which YHWH'S came to do, to die for his people and seal the breach in the covenant, and to restore the covenant that was broken. And now it's through the name and only name, YHWH'S, in which we can receive salvation, and we must obey His laws and commandments, as it is written in Scriptures, because the laws and commandments are not done away with. Nor is there salvation in any other, for there is no other name under heaven given among men by which we must be saved. Acts 4:12. If you love me, keep my commandments. John 14:15. I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. John 14:6. YHWH'S is the only way. It's not Christianity, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Yahshua, or any religion. It's only through Messiah YHWH'S. That is His name. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and share with others so they too may learn how amazing Yahweh has written His word and revealed Messiah YHWH'S. In the video, we will discuss the next story of the zodiac, Aquarius. Please stay tuned, and until next time, Shalom.